Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no, to the no.
She must have been out of her head. Oh, 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 oh. Here it is.
Okay. Let's see.
This is called Island of the Dolls, and it's literally an island of dolls hanging everywhere, and I'm about to tell you why. This man's name is Don Julian, and he went to this island and found a drowned girl with a doll next to her, and he decided to hang up the doll on a tree for respect. But he said he started to hear whispers on the island, especially coming from the doll, so he decided to hang up more. And slowly but surely, he was covering every single tree with a doll. And yet still, he kept hearing whispers coming from these dolls, and he felt like there was a lot of spirits on this island trying to communicate with him. But he continued to hang these dolls in Mexico for 50 years. The island is open for tourism, and there are YouTube videos of people going around this island, so if you want to see more, go on YouTube.
Scariest places on earth that you should never visit. Part 3. This is the village of Nagoro in Japan. Now this place is known for its large population of dolls. The dolls here hugely outnumber the actual population of people. There is only 27 people as of 2018 living in this village. But there is over 400 dolls placed all around the place in various different positions.
They gave their daughter a little doll. Now this doll was completely your average normal doll. She had beautiful silky hair, eyes that sparkled, a dress with a lace trim. She was just an average doll that anyone would have loved to have. And the doll was very loved by this young girl. But as with most toys that kids have, they eventually grow out of them. So the doll was eventually forgotten as this little girl grew older. Eventually the children reached their 20s and they moved out of the house. So the parents decided that instead of throwing away their old toys, they would just put them in boxes up in the attic because they still wanted to keep these older memories. And although the doll had been played with for about 10 years, it was still in pretty good condition. The skin looked the same, the hair was still all nicely brushed, it was still very clean, the doll still looked pretty perfect when they put it in this box. Now, fast forward about 11 years later, the family were having a clean.
This creepy old man doll right here is said to be haunted, and it's even rumored that he choked his owner. So now the doll is owned by a paranormal investigator who records it and keeps it in this case, and they caught this on video. So yeah, you can see that little thing like moving, so that's scary.
Okiku doll. In 1918, a 17-year-old boy in Japan bought his 3-year-old sister, Kikuko, a doll. She really loved this doll, and she would always play with it and take it everywhere with her. Sadly, about a year later, Kikuko died due to an illness. As a way of remembrance, her family built a shrine to put the doll on, and they would pray to it every day. They called the doll Okiku after the daughter. Suddenly, the family noticed something strange. The hair from the doll grew longer than what it was. A specialist from Hokkaido University was called to examine a strand of the doll's hair. It was determined that the hair was human hair. That led them to believe that the spirit of Kikuko resides within the doll. Years later, the dad donated the doll to Meninji Temple for safekeeping. And although the doll gets annual hair trimmings, it always seems to grow back. The doll is still located in the temple where people could go see it for themselves.
for something that blurs the line between a horror story and disturbing reality, it's Robert the Doll, because he really exists. It was given to Robert Eugene Otto in the early 1900s, and who gave it to him is disputed, but it's said he would treat the doll as if it was real and even blame mishaps on it. According to legend, strange things would happen around the doll. He would even disappear and reappear in the house, and even after Otto died, people reported hearing giggling and footsteps in the attic where Robert was kept. In 1994, he was given to the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, where you can still visit him today, but do it at your own risk because creepy things haven't stopped happening around him. The museum has received 1,000 letters of people begging for Robert's forgiveness after people saw him and then misfortunes befell them for not treating Robert with respect.
They're talking to the doll, and the arms of the doll are on the chair like this. Suddenly they went up and onto the table. Now this didn't frighten them, this intrigued them, to the extent that the one nurse said to the other one of the nurses knows a medium. Let's ask her about this. I'll bet you there's a spirit in that doll. That's what they did. They asked this nurse about it, and she said, yeah. She said, I know a woman who is a medium. I'll bring her over, and we'll hold a seance. It was a joke, just a game. But it didn't turn out to be a game. It turned out to be one of the most horrifying experiences they'd ever have in their life. Mm-hmm. And I've talked with people just recently, as recent as 2 months ago, who know the two nurses. And even today, they don't like to talk about it. They'll never come to our lectures. They don't want to talk about Raggedy Ann, Annabelle at all.
These terrifying looking things are called Ondine swimming dolls. There was this toy maker named Ellie Martin, and he was terrified of the water growing up. So in 1878, he created these wind-up dolls that would float and swim around in the water. He was hoping that it would make swimming more fun for kids who were afraid. And I do think that's such a sweet and awesome idea, but when people look back at them now, they are pretty spooky looking. Like the way its arms and legs are bending, it looks so unnatural. And they came in so many different styles. Sometimes parents would even have them custom made to look exactly like their child. Imagine your parents bringing this home with your face on it.
I hate this one, but everybody's been asking for this one, so I'll just do it. Another one of the reasons why I hate dolls is because of this video. So in Mexico, this video surfaced, and like the comment says, it is basically a video of a woman walking her doll. The weird part about this doll is that it will only walk with the woman and nobody else. Here's the clip.
Ah, Rosita. Es muy buena gente, Rosita. Mira, mira. Ay, cabrón. Se hace dura, piensa, y ahí va. Ahí va.